right, hey everybody, Mark Burgess, Big East Bass Fishing. As you can see, I'm a little busy. So what I'm actually up to is I'm down here in the boat barn and I have a tremendous amount going on at the same time. That's just how I roll. You know, I'm just trying to be efficient to a fault, really, at times. But what do I have going on? I have a whole bunch of tackle management going on. I'm trying to organize tackle in the boat. I'm trying to organize tackle for a trip I'm taking down to the James River, Richmond, Virginia, in March. I'm trying to organize tackle for the first Mass Bass Nation Pro-Am event. Just a little bit after that, probably a week after I get back from pre-practice down to James. That's going to be on South Watuppa. And then the actual regional qualifier on the James River in the third week of April. Between now and then, I have a show that I'm doing. I'm going to be up at the New Hampshire Outdoor Expo, and I'll be doing seminars up there. So I'm getting a box of tackle put together for that. Speaking of that, I am, in addition to the seminars, I am going to have a table. I'm going to be talking and meeting people at the table. I'll have my merchandise for sale at the table. Run another contest, which, by the way, the last contest was very successful. I have the winners picked out. I need to reach out to them and notify them that they've won so they can get their Big East Bass Fishing swag. So what else am I doing? I'm organizing tackle for our high school youth program. I'm organizing tackle for the upcoming Mass Bass Nation banquet, which that's on March 1st, which you definitely, if you're in the area, a member of Mass Bass Nation, go ahead and let your club director know or me know that you're going to be coming. The raffle this year is going to be off the chart. We have legit, real deal, hardcore baits, all from Ben's, well, mostly from Ben's Tackle Shack. Just stuff that I picked out what I would fish myself. Okay, so that and a few other guys that are hammers around here, we all did that, and it's just a whole bunch of fantastic products. So in addition to a whole bunch of stuff I have and Eric Johnson has, and a few other guys, for the raffle at the Mass Bass Nation Banquet, March 1st, Loon Pond Lodge in Lakeville. Check out the Mass Bass Nation Facebook page for that. So in addition to all that, I am putting my registration numbers on the hull. I am starting to do, just prepare really for the maintenance on the outboard, my Yamaha show. I got the motor, vertical. I'm ready to drop the lower unit oil, ready to drop the engine oil, change my fuel filters, my water separation filter, oil filter, plugs, grease it all up, just go through it, check all my jack plate bolts to the Atlas hydraulic jack plate, to the standard setback plate, that to the hull. Quite a few bolts there that you need to go over, and for the most part they're pretty good, but every once in a while you'll find one that's backed off a tiny little bit, but so you want to get that all squared away. So organizing the rear compartment, with all the prop going back and forth, I got my spare prop that I'm going to be running, and all my tools and all my spare stuff, trolling motor prop and handle and navigation light now, temporary battery operated navigation light that I carry. So yeah, a lot going on. What else we got? Oh, I got my snowblower here. We got a decent sized storm coming in tonight. You know, I mean, it's not a really big deal, really. We're pretty used to it, 4 to 8 inches or so. So we'll see what happens with that. I got my buddy right next door here with Bobcat. So whether he does it or I do it, no issues there. So yeah, started preparing right after the end of last season, and you kind of have to. You know, there's a lot to do. You know, and the sooner you get after it, the better off you are. But you can't wait. I can't really wait till the last minute. You know, it just becomes, you know, not fun at that point, because I enjoy this process a lot. I've talked about it. This is kind of like therapy to me. You know, I got some good music. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but good music going in the background. Got my little kerosene heater. I bump it up to about 50 in here, turn it off, and when it drops down to where it's, you know, a little chill, I'll crank it back up. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Gonna be bringing you some more content. Gonna be talking about a few things, and we'll probably shoot those videos here in just a little bit. Talking about, you know, the numbers of boats that are in the, you know, the Opens and Toyota Series, MLF, the lower next tiers down that have started up. They're already on Lake Murray. They're on Rayburn now. And MLF was, I can't recall where they were, but the numbers were down a little bit. So without being negative, I'm going to talk about the positive sides of that and what I think is causing that. So we'll talk about that and look forward to your input. So I'm going to get back after it. I will circle back around here and let you know exactly what I've done and how I've done and where I'm at, and what we're going to be doing next. All right, everybody have a great day. Super Bowl weekend, by the way. It is Super Bowl is tomorrow. Just to give you some relevance as to when I am talking to you. All right, stay tuned. Working along here out in the boat barn, taking care of all these little odds and ends that I have to get taken care of before the season starts. So one of the bigger projects I had was organizing a lot of tackle. Okay, so not only in addition to my own tackle that I had to go through and take inventory of and so forth, and make a list of what I'm going to need start the season and put things in perspective, because I'm going south, Richmond, Virginia. It's obviously going to be warmer there, I'm hoping, than it is here. Then I come back, then I have a tournament here, which could be pretty cold, and then I go back. So that's a challenge, okay, to make sure that I have everything I need when I need it. It doesn't do me any good if I don't have it when I'm down there in pre-practice or for the official event. So when I try to focus on just one thing at a time, so that's my focus right now, is pre-practice for the James River. So in addition to that, as I mentioned, putting together a lot of tackle for the banquet, which again is on March 1st for the Mass Bass Nation, Loon Pond Lodge in Lakeville. Hope to see everybody there. Also putting together donated tackle from several individuals that I'd like to mention now. So Roy Costa, past president of Rhode Island Bass Nation, kind enough to donate a huge box of tackle for our youth high school program. So special shout out to Roy Costa for that. He's a great guy. Part of that tackle is 3 reels. And another shout out to Mike Mello, the Real Deal. He's going to go through those reels before the kids get them, so they're good to go for them. So I appreciate that from Mike. Let's see, I want to thank Scott Wilkins Not actively fishing tournaments anymore, but just involved for a long time in the Mass Nation club scene and bigger events that they put on. Him and I have fished together a lot. He's a good friend of mine. He donated a big box of tackle for the high school youth program. So shout out to Scott Wilkins, one of my good friends. Appreciate that very much. And of course, you know, Matt LaJoy, who is the new high school youth director for the Mass Nation, taking that on, doing a great job with that. So I'm going to get together with him, go through all this tackle, and make sure it gets into the kids' hands. So I wanted to just give a shout out to those people. Again, you know, Matt LaJoy for what he's doing, Roy Costa, past president for Island Nation, you know, Scott Wilkins, special thanks to him, and Mike Mello for what he's doing. All right, so I'm going to stay after it here and get a few more things done. I'm getting there, but still got some daylight days not done. All right, so that's a wrap here today out in the boat barn. I was able to go through a lot of the tackle. I have tackle for the high school youth program all squared away here. Got some reels for Mike Mello to take care of. I got banquet tackle all organized. I've gone through my tackle for the most part and know what I need to order before the start of the season. Got the registration in the boat, got the registration on the boat. This year we're running 2 decals, one on each side obviously, so that's new. What else have I done? I've just started the maintenance on the engine. I'm going to, right now I'm just going to drain the lower unit oil and the engine oil. I don't have it to put back in right at the moment, but I'm just going to let that just sit here and drain for a few days. I'll grab all that stuff here in the next week to finish up the maintenance. So yeah, I think we're good to go. So might shoot a little bit more content for later on this week, talk about a few things, so stay tuned for that. Again, I appreciate you watching, and we're going to see everybody real soon.